Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter at Proctor, Mass Ave, right in front of 1010 Mass Ave, which is I guess you call it the city building. Just want to show you I'm not too sure what this is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a bus stop or a bike lane, but whatever it is, it reduces the traffic down to one lane. So you got two lanes coming from the connector. When you get here, you reduce down to one lane, and then it kind of opens back up to two lanes here for a brief block and a half. Then it gets reduced back down to one lane again. So I'm thinking they're going to try to make this all one lane on one side. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side, but it's kind of going to make traffic worse than it already is. So I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are about this. Now all the cars that's in that lane over there, they're going to have to try to fight to get over the single file through this. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It looks like they're trying to make a bike lane, but it's a very poor design in my opinion.
Engine check, the fire alarm. And you have the rescue response to Broad and Service Road for...
You know, it's just another headache, basically. That's what it is. Just another headache.
For the elevator, stuck in the elevator, needs some help. We'll have the rescue respond.
Too sure, like, you know, when rush hour gets, I guess this is considered rush hour. It's around 4:45. You see all the traffic. You know, it just backed up. Sooner or later, you're gonna hear cars beeping their horns because they can't go nowhere. Cars coming out of here are kind of lined up too. So there's cars lined up to go out this way. I don't know where they're going. They're gonna make that turn. It gets very congested. Everybody's impatient. I don't know who goes around the city and planning these things and come up with these ideas. Apparently they're not from the city of Boston, and they probably never lived in Massachusetts. They might be from Chicago or some other major city that we don't know about. But whatever they're doing here doesn't really work for this city. Now, how about we find out who these people are so we can hold them accountable? I'm pretty sure there's no study on this either. I don't think they did any study on this. They probably just went off of what some other state did and decided that it'll work over here. And this street gets a lot of traffic, just so you guys know. A lot of traffic going down towards Columbia Road. So when they go, let me focus it this way. I'm kind of doing it the wrong way. You guys are watching the wrong thing. So when that light turns green, it's going to set a large volume of traffic. And this light's not going to pull the cars. See that light there is still red? I don't know if you guys can see it. That light is still red down there, so it's not going to pull the traffic. So it's going to bottleneck all that traffic up here. Once all these cars come through, now the light's still going to be green, but these cars can't move. So now you got a line of cars that want to go through, but the light's not pulling fast enough on the other side. So now they lose about another 5-6 cars. Then everybody get impatient over here because these cars don't move up over here. It becomes a mess. You know what I mean, I've seen it. Like, I watched it a few times. I mean, first I got to sequence these lights the right way. If they can mastermind that, then they can move the traffic appropriately. And the lights have to go in sequence to move the traffic through the intersections. And if you find at peak hours you need light to stay green longer on one side than the other, then you got to adjust it to do so. But that's what these guys are getting paid 6 figures to do that stuff. I shouldn't have to do that for them. This guy's sitting in the office doing nothing. So that light's gonna turn red. Now whatever traffic gets stopped there is gonna get the overflow of this traffic. Now this traffic that's coming off of Magazine Street is the shortcut from Blue Hill. So instead of going all the way around, you come off of Blue Hill or Norfolk and then come over this way. So when that light turns green now, you're gonna have a whole load of traffic coming through. And it's gonna catch up with that light up there. So what typically should happen, when this light turns green, after 5 seconds of this light turning green, this light should turn green. So by the time these cars make it down there, they get a green light. So they don't get caught up with the, whatever you call it, the tail. The tail doesn't get caught at the end over here. We'll just watch this for a little bit and see what's going on. See how much traffic actually comes through here. Like I said, everywhere in the city of Boston, wherever they get their hands on something, it seems like they're just, I don't know what they're doing. And that's not even a bike lane. I guess that's a bus stop. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's gonna be. I have no idea. If it's a bus stop, that's even worse. Because I think the other one down here, a bus stops right on it and it blocks all the traffic. So I'm hoping that those are not bus stops, because that's gonna make it even more stupider. Like, you wouldn't want to have a bus stopping in the middle of traffic. You want the bus driver to drop you as safely, as closely to the curb as possible. And actually, they're responsible for curb-to-curb pickup. I mean, they're not supposed to drop you in the middle of an island where traffic is whizzing by you on either side. They're supposed to safely drop you to the curb so you can safely be on your way. And this is kind of moderate. Wait till the traffic starts picking up and everybody's in a rush to go home. That's when it gets real bad. A couple of cars just ran a red light, but they're stuck by this one over here. If this is going to be a single lane all the way down, then that's going to really be congested as you know what. Right, let's give you a little bit more of this and we'll head up out of here. Just want to kind of give you an idea of all the traffic that gets congested. Now see that traffic coming off a Magazine? Now that's going to fill the line for the cars coming on the opposing side now. These cars might make it all through that light, we'll see. We'll see if that last car that just came across, well, we'll go by that last car right there, the ride vehicle, see if he makes it through the intersection. Now theoretically, he should be able to make it through if the light holds long enough. I guess he will. I guess he will make it through. Yeah, so he made it through. So that's the light's long enough to pull the traffic. It's just that it's not sequenced right. That's all. Like I said, I don't know who designed this, but and a couple of months ago they had a sign up that says "Be prepared for traffic pattern change." That was about maybe 2, maybe 3 months ago. They had a sign up warning people that they're gonna change the traffic pattern. So I guess this is one of the phases of changing the traffic pattern. I don't know if this is supposed to be good or what. Is it supposed to make it safer? I don't know. I don't know if it makes it any safer. What you're gonna find eventually, see where those barrels are right there? You're gonna find cars at nighttime running. Yes, sir. What's that? That's right here. 1010 Mass Ave. What department are you looking for? It depends on what floor. There's different departments in there. There's different floors. Just gotta find out what floor you're going to. The entrance is right there. That is a pretty big building, but I guess he's doing the food delivery or something.
Home Depot is calling from, you know, leave the bathroom. What's expected one on?
6 I have it, but it gotta be a while because I'm in front of Chipotle's up. I just want to make sure this thing here clear. That Chipotle doesn't turn into a fight. I'm just monitoring a couple groups up here.
Ladder 16.
No, still setting up the fireworks.
100 Livermore Street.
Yeah, my apologies. That was a
Ladder 16.
a call.
Central Station alarm. 100 Livermore Street.
Fox 102.
Ladder pad. US Fox 368.
Oh, Fox
110
K1.
West Canaan Street. 1704.
K1.
Yeah, slide into the South Bay Mall front of the gatherings again.
Yeah, we got it.
Thank you.
Fox 202. We're down here to our South Bay Mall.
Got it.
A lot of stuff going on. If you listen to the skin at South Bay Mall, you'll go crazy.
The wagon and I will be.
South Bay Mall has so much stuff going on over there, it's not even funny.
K1 slide in. 102.
I'm surprised that place is still existing at this point.
K1, we have it.
It's so bad at South Bay Mall. They got two, at some point there's two detail officers that patrol that mall area. And even when they get in the calls, they can't handle all the calls they get in themselves. So it's crazy between the overdose, the drugs, the shoplifting, the fighting, and all the other stuff they got going on. It's just, you know, it's really bad over there. I'm hanging around for a little bit longer and get a little documentation of the traffic pattern here and see what's going on. Then I'm gonna head up out of here. Just wanna kind of give you guys an idea of what takes place. That U-Haul truck, he might as well go because he's so far out into the street.
Charlie Base.
Even if he stopped, he'd be blocking traffic.
Could we have a unit respond to 1328 Blue Hill Ave for found rounded ammunition? That's Boulevard Cleaners. The manager of the store is standing by with the one round.
Ladder 7.
Ladder 7.
We have EMS returning.
EMS on 1706.
Yeah, those cars are like, I call those feeders. The ones that come off the side streets and feed into the main street. So you got Magazine on one side, and you got Proctor right behind me. And usually cars come down Proctor because they don't want to wait for the light over here. And Proctor used to be a two-way street. I don't know if you guys remember. Now they made it a one-way street. They claim that the neighbors, which there are no neighbors. There's no neighbors up there but the Salvation Army. It's the only people on that whole street. Said that there was too many cars going back and forth on the street. If there's only two people, like the food pantry right here, if they're the only people on that street, then how do you justify cars going up and down the street? It's only because when they pass out the food on Wednesdays and Saturdays, they want both sides of the street for themselves. That's the only reason. And other than that, there's no other reason for that. Now, if that was a two-way street, then that would take a lot of traffic from hitting this light, making a left-hand turn right here. because they make the left on Proctor and go down that way. What they should have did, they should have made it a one-way going down rather than out. Well, either way, they probably had problems. Who knows?
So I just want to make sure you got me.
Hey, boy, yes, man.
Well, they could have did a study. They could have tried it both ways and see which one worked better. That'd probably be the correct way to do it.
Harry 981, code 19IV, Longfall.
Let me see how this works out. There's cars on both lanes. A couple of cars are making that right-hand turn, but the one behind it look like he wants to go straight. So we'll see how that works out as they merge into there.
Bravo 452.
See how the merging process works.
223 Quincy Street, Department 1 for missing person, please. Fire alarm rescue 1.
See, that light's not pulling the traffic, so it's going to hold them up a little bit. Just turned green just now, so it'll pull a little bit. You see a lot of aggressive driving because people want to, this is where people try to rush and beat the clock. Try to go places where they really can't go quicker than they should be. I don't know, is that a bus stop? Because I see people waiting on that island. So let me hang on here and see if a bus actually stops and pick them up off that island. Because if that's the case, that's a very poor bus stop. Like a bad design for a bus stop, I should say. I'll hang around and see if I do see a bus in the back, way in the back down there. It's about maybe 20 cars back. So let's see if that bus actually picks these people up. Right at the, this little, I don't know what you want to call it, a little island. Because if that's the case, that's going to even make traffic worse. Keep an eye out and see. Yeah, I see the bus way back there. It's maybe more than 20 cars, but it's way back there.
On the Dartmouth Street side.
Okay, we're investigating.
1711.
See, now those cars can't make the right-hand turn off a magazine because these cars got to pull. And even when they pull these cars, the cars coming off a magazine are still trying to get in there. So it's interesting how they put all that contraption right at that corner right there. And when they could have put it on the other end.
Somebody would be sleeping on the couch.
No!
That's the number 8 Harbor. I can't see it from here. It looks like Columbia Point bus, Harbor Point, number 8. So I guess that is a bus stop. He's gonna pick them up right there at that. That's not where to pick him up. He gotta pull all the way in. Yeah, he's supposed to pull over to the other end. So now he done cost them the light now because he gotta. That's not a good bus stop at all. Yeah, that's the kind of I want to find out who planned that kind of stuff. That don't make any sense at all. So if you're handicapped or disabled, you gotta literally walk into the so-called bike lane to get on that ramp to go over there, and there's no tack strip on that side either. So if you're gonna do that, you might have to put a tack strip on there. You should,
Good to go,
because now you're making a curb beside a curb. Now if it was a normal curb right here, you wouldn't have to do it, but because you put some kind of man-made curb in the middle of the road, and it's now designated as a bus stop, now you have to put you should put a tack strip on there. The reason why you put the tactical strip up there is for the visually impaired people, so they know where the curb starts and where it ends. Now, typically, like, they know that this is a curb, so they know that this is a curb, so they won't have to go up. But once you put an island like that, you gotta put some kind of boundaries of where they can and cannot go. Because me and you can see it, but they don't know what that is. They have no idea what that is. They don't know there's bikes going between them either. I mean, you're going to jeopardize their safety. Just keep them on the curb where they should be.
35. Automobile, can I get a detective over there? Sir, B3 detective.
Oh, yeah, 19, we got it.
Alright guys, so now I guess we established that it is the bus stop. Even though there's no signs that I can see. So I guess those little bump outs are going to be bus stops. Now who's responsible for maintaining that? Is it going to be the city, or is it going to be the state? Or are they going to pass the buck back and forth? So these cars can't even pull, or that traffic can't pull. Or that traffic can't pull. Even though they have a green light, they still can't pull it because there's nowhere to go.
Engine 9, ladder 2, a central station alarm. 50 Harborside Drive, East Boston. Engine 9, ladder 2, a central station alarm. 50 Harborside Drive.
See that?
East Boston. Nearest box 6419 motor.
Light just turned green. But you got more traffic to pull from here. It's like they missed the whole cycle because of that. And these cars that come off of Proctor Street, I don't know if you see it. There's a large amount of cars that come off of this road here behind me. Just as much that come off of Magazine. So these cars are adding to that traffic over there. You see how many cars come through here. Everybody's trying to bypass the Magazine side, so they're trying to get through this way. I don't know if you can see how far they go down. All this traffic just can't go anywhere.
Hotel Master Box activation, 40 Dalton Street.
Now they blocked her so she can't cross. Those cars can't go. These cars back there can't go either. It just becomes a mess. And he's not going to back up, so he's going to just block her. See, you got cars feeding from Magazine, and you got cars feeding from Norfolk. Not Norfolk, Proctor Street. Sorry about that. Proctor. Norfolk. Well, they are coming from Norfolk, but coming off of Proctor. So this becomes like it's like the bypass road. That becomes the bypass road to get on this side over here. And you see how they're feeding off a magazine, doing the same thing. Bottom line, everybody's trying to get to Columbia Road. Now from Columbia Road, which way they're going, a lot of them going towards like JFK, that direction. Some may end up on the expressway, but a lot of them are heading towards like Marcy Boulevard. Others are going the other way towards up Columbia Road, or that part of what's that part right near Dorchester Ave over there?
Copy.
So you got a green light. They still can't pull all those cars. Interesting. Every once in a while, I don't know if I catch it on video or not, you'll see a car go right between there. Right on the bike lane. You see a car go through there every so often. Not often enough, but every so often you catch a car do that. I mean, you get one car that will just get tired of all this and he just go right through that little thing and keep going.
Operations to the Fox 411.
411.
Assistance and paper exchange at 11 Stilling Street, second level.
And there's a lot of cars on Proctor. Like this street here has an abundance of cars coming out of there. And I think they do that because they can't, if you're coming down Magazine, it's backed up there so much that they figure that this would be a little easier to get by, which it may be if there's no light to stop them. There's no stop sign up there, so just so you know, there's no stop sign for these cars. Some of them just stop, but there's no real stop sign there. Like this car here, she just, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. I think I give you about 30 minutes of traffic on Mass Ave over here. Some people like to watch this kind of stuff, some people don't. So some of it's interesting, some of it's boring. It all depends on what you're looking for. Alright guys, I think I gave you about 30 minutes of That truck just stopped short right in the middle, so he's blocking this side as well as that side. This car just...
Removal of a party, 120 Southampton Street at the loading dock. Possible under the influence.
Okay.
This guy had plenty of time to make that turn. I don't know what he's doing. He's just sitting there. I don't know what he's doing. He's just sitting at the corner. He doesn't have a directional on. He's on the crosswalk. What's going on there? All right. Who knows? Sooner they're gonna beep the horn and ask him why he's sitting there, but he's sitting right on the curb. See how long he sits there. It would help if you put your directional on too. Like if you don't have your directional on, no one knows what you're doing. They make those things for a reason. Like the Bostonian way, they put the directional on as they're making the turn. You're supposed to illegally put it on 100 feet before you actually make the turn. I don't know if you guys know that. 100 feet before you get to the intersection that you're making the turn. Well, these cars are gonna get kind of impatient because they're all trying to come out at one time. Now, who did that? Now, say that again. A sidewalk where? Now, why is that?
Because they want a bike lane.
But that doesn't make any sense, right? I'm glad someone else says the same thing.
They do that shit up on Tremont Street.
Yeah, I've been on Tremont Street, yeah.
They fucked everything.
It messed the whole traffic pattern up. I want to know who designed this kind of stuff so I can call them out on it. A sidewalk in...
Sidewalk in the middle of the street.
You can't make that up. A sidewalk in the middle of the street. There's a couple of people that don't like it, but I'm glad he said it while I'm here. A sidewalk in the middle of the damn street. Now what happens is some cars are going to come there at nighttime and they're going to barrel right over that thing full speed. And it'd be a mess.
Fox 602, 603 Adam Road.
I don't know, as far as you can see down, there's traffic coming off that Mass Ave connector. And some of it's coming straight from the other side too. All the way down. But like I said, it's a mess. I guess we'll call that, the title of this video, Sidewalk in the Middle of the Street on Mass Ave. Yeah, he just gave me a good title for the video. I always try to figure out what the title of the video is going to be. City of Boston puts sidewalk in the middle of the street on Mass Ave. That'd be a good title. Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. I think I got enough footage.
At this moment, all citywide EDTs are being activated at 27th Street for this 4-year-old Alexis Mendez, Hispanic female, code 83280. Has brown eyes, brown long curly hair, approximately 3 feet, thin build, last seen a pink t-shirt, that said green on it, and white striped shorts. All units headed over there should meet the Go 905 at Liverpool and Landon.
Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. If anything else comes up, we'll get back to you, but as we see it, the city of Boston has put a sidewalk in the middle of the street on Mass Ave.
Yeah, Fox Alpha 1, the Fox 102 and the 31.
Alright guys, catch you in the next one.